గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ టు వన్ అండ్ ఆల్. వెల్కమ్ టు మై ఛానల్. ఇప్పుడు మనం డిఎస్సికి సంబంధించి అంటే ఎస్జిటి మరియు ఎస్ఏకి సంబంధించి ఇంగ్లీష్ మెథడాలజీ అనేది కామన్గా ఉంటుందండి. సో ఒకసారి మనం వీటికి సంబంధించి మెథడ్స్ అంటే పద్ధతులు ఏంటనేది మనం ఇక్కడ చూద్దాం. The evolution of different approaches has given way to different methods of teaching. Let us now study three important methods of teaching English in this section. These methods are also practiced in India with approximate historical sequence. The first method is grammar translation method. The second one is direct method. The third one is bilingual method. That means both languages used in that method. Now, these methods are shaped in relation to the social, political needs and trends in psychology, linguistics, and sociology. Now, let us see the first method, grammar translation method. Brief history. The grammar translation method is an old method which was originally used to teach Greek and Latin. It dominated the field of teaching and learning nearly for a century, from 840s to 940s. It is way of learning a language through a detailed study of its grammar and translation of sentences and passages into foreign language. Priority is given to accuracy and completeness of sentences. The oral fluency is totally neglected. అంటే మొత్తం గ్రామర్ మీదే డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది. సిలబస్ కన్సిస్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎ ఫ్యూ ప్రోజ్ పీసెస్, పోయమ్స్, నాన్ డీటెయిల్డ్ టెక్స్ట్, గ్రామర్ అండ్ రిటర్న్ వర్క్. ఫీచర్స్, ముఖ్య లక్షణాలు చూద్దాం. ద ఫాలోయింగ్ ఆర్ ది ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫీచర్స్ ఆఫ్ గ్రామర్ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ మెథడ్. ద ఫస్ట్ వన్, ఎలాబొరేట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ గ్రామర్. అంటే గ్రామర్ గురించి ఎక్కువగా చెప్తుంది. Second one is teaching of vocabulary items in the forms of words leads. Third one, reading of difficult words. Fourth one, translation of sentences or text. Fifth one, use of mother tongue. మదర్ టంగ్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా అంటే మాతృభాష ఎక్కువగా ఉపయోగించబడుతుంది. దస్ ఆ విధంగా the grammar translation method is a way of learning a language through a detailed study of grammar. Grammar is taught prescriptively. The learners expect to master the rules of grammar and apply them to the language. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఎక్కువగా గ్రామర్ అనేది బేస్డ్గా తీసుకుంటారనమాట. While the translates the sentences or while the reads or writes test, the target language is interpreted in terms of the first language for easy acquisition. The teacher is expected to complete the text given in stipulated time. The teacher reads the text. టెక్స్ట్ అనేది చదువుతుంది అండ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్స్ ద కంటెంట్ అండ్ గివ్స్ మీనింగ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద న్యూ వర్డ్స్ ఐదర్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఆర్ ఇన్ మదర్ టంగ్ అకార్డింగ్ టు ద డిమాండ్ ఆఫ్ ద సిచ్యువేషన్ ఇన్ ద క్లాస్ రూమ్. ద టెక్స్ట్ కన్సిస్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ లాంగ్ extracts from the works of great writers. Now let us see the advantages. The grammar translation method is still in vogue because of the following advantages. Learners acquire vocabulary in an easy and effective way because the target language is translated into their first language. అంటే మాతృభాషలోకి మార్చబడుతుంది. అండర్స్టాండింగ్, అర్థం చేసుకోవడం, ఇంటర్ప్రిటింగ్ అండ్ అసిమిలేటింగ్ టు ఈజ్ ఈజీ as the text ట్రాన్స్ ఇంటూ మై నేటివ్ లాంగ్వేజ్. మాతృభాషలోకి అనువదింపబడుతుంది ప్రతిదీ కూడా. ఇట్ సేవ్స్ ది లేబర్ అండ్ టైమ్ ఆఫ్ to teach as teaching and testing is made easy. So it is very easy method. It is easy method to teach as the focus is on limited aspects of language, reading and writing only. Nevertheless, the method is not beyond criticism. Limitations, పరిమితులు. The following are a few weaknesses of the method. Emphasis is on the mechanical learning of the rules, not on the spontaneous use of the language. As the focus is not on listening and speaking, there is hardly any exposure to the language. The method is towards teaching about the language, not teaching the language. Learners don't have an active role in the class and they have made passive listeners. As the method advocates the use of mother tongue, it is unsuitable for a class with different language backgrounds. Literal translation is sometimes misleading. Translation method doesn't create a bond between thought and expression, and this is turn hinders fluency in both speech and writing. Mechanical ruling of rules may result in fatigue during learning. Because of all this criticism and limitations, the linguists tried to find a better way of teaching a second language, which resulted in the foundation of the direct method. So direct method is nothing but the third one. It is nothing but difficult method. Let us see the brief history. The direct method appeared as an answer to the shortcoming of the grammar translation method. It was established around 900 AD. Discards the use of tongue. The mother tongue పూర్తిగా నిషేధం and lays its foundation psychological principles which focus on natural way of learning second language like that of the acquisition of the first language. The idea is that foreign language teaching must be carried out in the same way how children learn their mother tongue. Thus, the method speaks of direct association between the forms and meanings in the target language. Therefore, the words and ideas are well knit so that thinking begins in the foreign language. The method accepts sentence as the unit of expression, as anything sensible can be expressed only with a sentence, not merely a list of words. Features చూద్దాం. Below given are the features that form the basis of the direct method of teaching. Language is primarily speech and therefore సో ఇక్కడ లాంగ్వేజ్కి ప్రాధాన్యత ఉంటుంది. Therefore oral communication is given importance. Oral communication ఇక్కడ మనకి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్గా తీసుకోబడుతుంది. Class room activities are carried out only in the target language. అంటే we have to speak in English only, don't use mother tongue at any cost. New teaching points are introduced orally either through question and answer exchanges or through objects, picture and demonstrations. Everything gives by orally. Grammar is learned inductively. Learners find out rules and identify forms through a number of examples given in the target language. Emphasis is on correct pronunciation and grammar. Language items are quite naturally and hence memorization is avoided. There is a scope of conversational practice and the use of everyday vocabulary and spoken language. Reinforcement of language is achieved by repetition of essential elements of the target language. Dictation, fill in the blanks, and paragraph writing are some of the practice exercises. Advantages. The direct method is welcomed by the teachers with all spirit, interest, and motivation because of the following advantages. The natural method of teaching and learning makes learners special and write in English easily. Direct method is nothing but called as natural method. The use of audio-visual aids and demonstrations make the class and learners practice language elements lively and interestingly. Situational teaching enables the learners use the language without any inhibitions. The psychological principles involved in learning language makes the learning proceed from concrete objects to abstract ideas. Limitations చూద్దాం. పరిమితులు. All teachers couldn't afford to follow the method. The budget of the most of the schools couldn't integrate it. A teacher with a non-English background found it difficult to adhere to the method. The time and size of the class too were very serious impediments such lack a thorough methodological basis. The exclusive use of the target languages in the classroom failed to address many issues. Some of them are: though the teacher doesn't use mother tongue, the learner identifies the new concepts with the equivalents in the mother tongue. Some teachers don't accept the method as it needs a lot of preparation. It is difficult for the learner to associate concepts with equivalents in foreign language. It is difficult to associate abstract ideas in the target language. The classroom size, the background of the learners, time constraint make it difficult to use. It gives importance to oral fluency and neglects reading and writing. It lays great stress on the teacher, demands a lot of preparation and time. It neglects to teach explicit grammar, therefore, it becomes very difficult for the second language learner to cope with learning. Thus, in spite of its achievement, the DAT method failed to satisfy the needs of both the learner and the teacher. This gave way to the other methods of teaching like structural approach and audiolingual method. Thanks so much. We'll see bilingual method in another video. Thank you for watching this video.